Hello there. This number 5 on the add or subtract rational expressions homework is a little bit of a doozy, so much so that it's worth kind of making a video on it. Let's take a look at it. It looks to be 3 different terms, and when you analyze the denominators, it's always good to factor them first, and it looks like they can't be factored. They're in reduced form, but it looks like we have 3 of them. 3 separate terms, x minus 1, 1 minus x, and x plus 1. And so before you say that the lowest common denominator is those 3, take a look. There's something super close between x minus 1 and 1 minus x. So close, in fact, that they're not exactly the same, but they are opposites. 1 minus x is really the opposite of x minus 1. And if you want to say it the other way, you could say x minus 1 is the opposite of 1 minus x. So when you see this 1 minus x and this x minus 1, I would advise you to kind of regroup them, factor out a -1, and make them look the same. So because I like to have x leading, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to look at that middle expression, or the middle term. I'm going to keep 4 over x minus 1 the same, and then 3 over, instead of 1 minus x, I'm going to write it as -1 times x minus 1. It's just another way to write it. I have factored out a -1. I'll continue on there, 2 over x plus 1. Now I'm going to clean up this middle term a bit. I see a negative sign and a negative sign, so I'm going to make it an addition problem. 4 over x minus 1 plus 3 over x minus 1. So see what I've done there? The negative and a negative make it a positive, plus 2 over x plus 1. That's kind of the hard part, to realize that those 2 terms are opposites, so you can factor out a -1. Our lowest common denominator now is x minus 1, x plus 1. And so we can proceed like we have before. You know what? I see that there's these first 2 fractions, I'm going to write them as 7 over x minus 1, because they have a common denominator already, just to make it a little bit easier, plus 2 over x plus 1. And now it's going to be kind of a garden variety problem. The least common denominator is x minus 1, x plus 1, so that means 4 is going to need to be multiplied by x plus 1, and 2, that second fraction, is going to need to be multiplied by x minus 1, and I will write them all over now, the common denominator, which is x minus 1 times x plus 1. Don't FOIL out this denominator yet. It's going to, you could, but if there's going to be anything that ever factors, you want to keep it in factored form so you don't have to do much more work. But there is some cleaning up to do in the numerator. I'm going to distribute 4x plus 4 plus 2x minus 2, still over x minus 1 times x plus 1. And now I'm going to clean up one more time. I can combine the like terms. That's 6x plus 2 over x minus 1 times x plus 1. Now in the numerator I could factor out a 2, and that's 3x plus 1, but that doesn't help me factor out any more. Oh, I should have gone initially my excluded values in this. The numbers that would make division by 0 could not be, let's see, x cannot be equal to 1, nor can x be equal to -1. I believe those are the only 2. So if you're looking for final answer, that is it.